Eh. Oh, nice.
Sawa.
Poa.
Kasi kulo chukua lokan.
Haya.
Kiai jamaa
Flamingo.
ya. Di flamingo.
Dia flamingo.
So we have exited Yoni Olkaria gate, eh?
Orkaria gate.
Ile ingine ni Elsa. Okay.
And as always, welcome back to GeoPoint Adventures. And after having a very adventurous ride at Hell's Gate National Park, I decided it's time to head out and go look for this little lake here called Lake Oloiden. If you look closely at this map, you'll see the bigger Lake Naivasha here. But apparently there's a smaller lake that I didn't know of until today. So if you look, this is Lake Oloiden, and this is Lake Naivasha, of course. So these two look like they are separated by a small piece of land here. So I just want to go and find out, does this land exist or these two have since joined together? So let's go find out and make it always GeoPoint Adventures. See you on the road.
So welcome back to GeoPoint Adventures, the home of all adventures. And now after Hell's Gate National Park, we are now heading to the next point of adventure, which is Lake Oloiden, a small lake bordering Lake Naivasha. Lake Oloiden, I'm told, is a salty lake, and Lake Naivasha is a freshwater lake. Both two lakes are connected by a small strip of land. But let's head out there and see. Yep. So I've exited Hell's Gate National Park using the Olkaria Gate, and I entered using Elsa Gate. So there's a nice circuit. So I'm on this stretch of the road that is coming from the Olkaria Gate, and the guy that I was with in the Hell's Gate National Park said, well, we can still go to Lake Oloiden. So I said, why not? So that's why you can see he is accompanying me to Lake Oloiden. Lake Oloiden. Wow. It's a Maasai name. Left, huh? Kongoni. Oh. Moi North Lake. So I'm told this road is called Kongoni Road, and apparently it connects to Moi North Lake Road. Yep. monkeys on the stretch of the road. So tunaingilia wapi? So there are a lot of animal farms here for both dairy and beef farming. Stockman. Hii ni farm pia? Oh, flowers. Oh. There's a roadblock here. Yes, yes. Wasemaje bwana?
Maana funga huyu pia bwana.
Eh?
Funga huyu bwana.
Kwa nini?
Wewe pia hivi lakini gari.
Eh?
Nasemaje anaenda?
Hii hapa inaitwa aje? Oloiden.
Oloiden. Naenda kuona maneno ya wazungu.
Maneno ya wazungu. Mimi si journalist. Mimi ni Mkenya tu natembea tembea. Toa.
Sasa uenda hapo. Enda wana maneno.
Sawa. Poa.
Hapo kuendesha wewe unaanza endesha. Sawa sasa.
Poa. The Kenyan police. So I wonder now, why do we have such a police checkpoint out of nowhere? That one caught me by surprise anyway. So tuingie hapa? Tuingilie wapi?
Twende ile public.
Tuingilie hapa?
Mambo? Nimekuja boat. Tafuta mahali inaitwa Flamingo.
Flamingo. Flamingo hoteli ndani.
Boat. Flamingo ni wapi?
Flamingo ni hii. Lakini hata hapa wacha nikutie yule mtu atakusaidia.
Kuna jamaa nimepigiwa simu wa Flamingo.
Wa Flamingo? Haya, viduka tuonyeshe.
So it's the next entrance, huh? Unasema hapa? Tuingie huku? Hapo kwa campsite? Ni hapa ama mbele? Unajua hii ni campsite? There's a few monkeys here. So welcome to Lake Oloiden campsite, flamingo campsite. So we want to see if we can have a boat ride, then have some lunch, and then proceed from here. So we have a family of hippos right here. It's about 30 hippos or so. Ndio public beach ya Oloiden.
Tunaona maji ilisoma kwa shamba ya
zamani public beach ilikuwa kubwa.
Ilikuwa pale. Ilikuwa pale.
Juu ilikuwa kubwa bana. Hata kuna vibanda niliwahi kula.
Ilikuwa pale, unaona kwa hiyo watu wamefensiwa. Ilikuwa hapo, so mwenye hapo alibai hapo. Ilikuwa shamba yake akafensa kwa kula.
Ndio hawa.
Sasa ni kuanzia hapo. Pale kwanza ndo wako wengi. Nini? Hipo? Hipo zinapenda shalo. Zinapenda shalo.
Siwezi kuwa panda hii bwana. wana fish.
Wanafish.
Oh.
Na wako kazi. Yaani kazi ya kila siku.
Wala. Wana nasa wanauza huko kwa soko.
Hiyo iko na soko iko ready. Ni bora tu upate samaki.
Na wanatoa samaki kubwa.
Nashika kubwa.
So this is a freshwater lake, like I told you. It's Lake Oloiden. I know most people don't know about Lake Oloiden. What does Oloiden mean, by the way? Oloiden.
Oloiden.
What does that name mean?
Jina ya Kimasai hiyo.
Inamaanisha nini kwa Kimasai?
Okay, kulingana na vile mimi najua. Hiyo sijui zaidi. Inakaa kama like Adam. Adam. Walikuwa na kulia
Na ni kubwa. So it's quite large, yeah?
Kwanza hii area ndio imekula part kubwa yenye ilikuwa dry.
So everywhere you see, when you see the dry trees inside the waters, that means initially that was dry land. Then the lake reclaimed those areas. Welcome to Lake Oloiden. This lake was initially a saltwater lake, and it was not joined with Lake Naivasha as it is now. There was a small piece of land that separated the two lakes, but currently the lakes eventually joined together into one big lake. Lake Oloiden was a saltwater lake, and Lake Naivasha has always been a freshwater lake. So when the two lakes joined, both lakes are now a big one freshwater lake. So the trees that you see right inside the water were once part of the landmass surrounding Lake Naivasha. Due to the climate change and the rising waters of Lake Naivasha, all these trees became submerged and they dried up. There are so many things that you can do around here, including bird watching, bird photography. We have the wild hippos around here. There are over 30 families of hippos that live around Lake Oloiden. You'll have a chance to see the mighty African fishing eagles in action. The kingfishers and many other species of birds around here. And of course, enjoy a boat ride in the lake. They charge a small fee for the boat ride, and then you get to enjoy all this lake for yourself.
Unaenda pale mali boti imepoint.